everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the Canon R6 and more specifically the video capabilities. If you're looking at this camera for video solely, then I've just got a few thoughts about 5 points that you might need to consider before actually purchasing this camera. Let me start off by saying it's an amazing camera. I absolutely love it. I'm very biased towards Canon. I don't know why, but I've always loved Canon cameras. Just the usability, the way they work, the images, the colour that you get out of the video is just good in my eyes. You don't really need to colour grade it if you want to. This camera has C-Log in it, and you want to shoot C-Log in 10-bit, you can do with this camera. But I don't see the need to. I've probably shot about, I don't know, 150 YouTube videos with this and client work as well. I've also done a wedding with this camera and I didn't shoot C-Log, I just shot in normal 8-bit footage and it just still looks amazing no matter what you record. But we have got a few thoughts. Before we do that, please do make sure you subscribe down below, press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We're going to be doing some more stuff with the Canon R6. I've also got the Canon RP in my camera bag that we're going to be doing videos about soon as well, should you still buy that camera in 2022. Got some thoughts on that. So yeah, make sure you do stay tuned for those uploads coming soon. New tech videos every single week. There are a few reasons why maybe you shouldn't buy this camera for video work, and the first reason is that it says it has auto card switching and it doesn't. It's got 2 card slots in this camera, so you can use 2 cards. You can set it up so one records video, one records photo. You can set it up so they both record on both, or you can set it up in different ways. It does say in the camera manual that it automatically switches from one card to the other. So if you run out of storage on the one and you're recording video, then it automatically switches to the second card and records on that, so you're never missing any video footage. It does do that, but it does stop halfway through. So say you're recording on card 1, if that card runs out of storage, then it stops the recording and you have to re-record it, and then it will start recording on card 2. So it kind of does it. It stops automatically, but then you have to take that extra step of pressing and record again for it to start recording on the second card. So that's a little bit of an annoyance that you have to do that when you're recording in C-Log, especially. The file sizes are going to be big, so you probably will run out of storage pretty quickly and you want that second card to carry on recording. So you'll have to press record again. That's my first little nitpick. My second nitpick is there isn't many third-party lenses yet. In fact, there's near enough zero. I did buy the Samyang 85mm autofocus lens for that. It was okay, but the Samyang sort of struggled with autofocus a little bit. I didn't really gel with it, so I did actually just buy this old 85 ultrasonic Canon lens, which has been fantastic so far. I've been meaning to make a video about it, but I've been using that for photography, for portraits. The 85mm is a brilliant focal length for most portrait lens photography and other B-roll I do with this as well. So yes, there isn't many third-party lenses. The RF lenses are absolutely astronomical, and if you're somebody that's normal, hasn't got an unlimited bank account like myself, then obtaining those lenses is a little bit difficult. Obviously, you can buy the EF to EOS R adapter, and that's what I do. I've got a few lenses where they're just old EF lenses, and they work fantastically still with the adapter and the autofocus. This of course has the dual pixel autofocus, the Mark II version of that, so it's brilliant. So I've just found the EF lenses are just far better for my budget and they work just as well. Third is the IBIS wobble you do get in wide angle. The one RF lens I have got is a 16mm, and there is a noticeable bit of a wobble in the edges when you're using that 16mm lens. If you're shooting video, especially in wide angle, just be careful of that IBIS wobble. It's brilliant, it's got IBIS in these camera bodies now, and for photography I've got near enough 2 seconds plus handheld with using that IBIS. So the IBIS is absolutely brilliant, but for video work, just be aware that you are going to get a bit of wide angle IBIS wobble in the corners. So yeah, just something to think about if you're purchasing this just for video. My fourth reason why this maybe not be the camera to buy for video is it's got customizable buttons on the switcher on the top. There's C1, C2, C3, but you can't customize those for instance, if you want to shoot, I do a lot of B-roll in 120 frames per second. This can shoot 1080, 120. And you can't program one of those buttons to be that fast switching. So you can't fast switch in between modes. There is no way to customize those buttons. It's only really for photography that you can customize those C1, C2 and C3 for your different needs and what you're shooting in different circumstances. It's a bit of a bummer that it doesn't do that, because I do switch a lot between 4K and then 120 1080, and you have to go into the menu. You have to press menu, go down to high frame rate, click OK and OK, and then come out of the menu and you're ready to shoot. And then switch the, obviously we're using the rule of double the shutter speed, so I have to switch it to 1/200 of a second and then change the ISO. It's just a bit of a ball ache. It'd be nice if I could set those settings in the C1 or C2 and have that just fast switch like that, and I'm shooting it in slow motion. So yeah, just bear that in mind if you're looking to buy this for video. So my fifth and final gripe for using this Canon R6 for video is if you're a hybrid wedding shooter, which is something I looked into doing. This camera isn't really for that. Like I said, you can't program these buttons to switch between video modes for a start. That is my last point. But for instance, if you're shooting photos in manual mode, you're taking a few photos and then you want to quickly catch some video of the bride and groom walking down the aisle or whatever it is, when you press record, it only uses automatic video mode. So whatever you've programmed or whatever you've used in the past on the video switcher, so you're using the 1/50 if you've got the nice aperture of 1.4 and your ISO set right for that specific instance. If you're shooting photos and then you press record expecting to use those same settings, it doesn't. It switches right to automatic video mode. It records in auto, everything. The aperture will be wrong, the ISO will be automatic ISO, so it doesn't save the settings, which is a bit of an annoyance. It'd be good if it did do that, and that would be perfect. That'd make this camera brilliant for hybrid wedding shooting especially, but it just records in automatic video mode, and I don't shoot any of my videos in automatic video mode. It's all manual. I like to control the aperture ISO and the shutter speed so it's all looking nice and crispy. So it's a bit of a bummer. So those are my 5 reasons why this camera isn't great for video work. It doesn't mean it's not a good camera. It's a brilliant camera. I love it. The battery life is amazing. It's got the 2 card slots. It's got the rotating screen. It's got the slow motion in 1080. It's got 4K. It's got C-Log 10-bit if you want to use it. C-Log 1 and 3. So it's a brilliant camera, but I just wish they'd change those few video modes. An update would probably solve most of those problems, and it's a little bit frustrating. So it's something to think about if you're looking to buy this Canon R6 for video work after a year's worth of use. So bear that in mind. Well, that's it for this video. I hope it helped. I hope you got some good thoughts and good things from this video after me using this for a year. If you do want to purchase and help this channel out, please do make sure you buy the camera if that's something you're looking to buy through my affiliate link down below. That really helps me out. But for now though, I'm off to shoot another video with my Canon R6 after telling you not to buy it. Until next time though, take it easy. See you soon guys, bye.